guys, welcome back to today's video. I am testing out more of a newer brand in today's video. It's called Stellar Beauty, and I haven't seen too many people talking about this brand, but they did send me these products in PR for free to test out. So I wanted to see how they were and see how they performed. I basically did like a whole face of products. Basically everything I'm wearing right now is from Stellar, and some things I really loved, some things I didn't like as much, and I just want to share my thoughts with you on this brand. I'm super excited. I love testing out new products and sharing them with you guys. So if you want to find out my thoughts on this brand, just keep on watching. And also, if you guys have not subscribed yet to my channel, I hope you will. It's the first link down below in my description box as always, and make sure you guys turn on that notification bell. So without further ado, let's get into it. So like I was saying earlier, these products were gifted to me, and I'm so grateful for that because it gives me more of an opportunity to try more products for you guys that I may not would have been able to try otherwise. This video is not paid for, it's not sponsored or anything. I'm giving you guys my total honest opinion. As always, if something isn't good, you know I'll tell you guys. I was looking up a little bit more information on this brand because I wanted to see like who started it, what's the whole basis for it, because I like knowing that kind of information about a brand, and it gives you a little bit more insight about the brand too. On the Sephora website, it says this is made by a television personality. Her name is Monica Diol. She's born in India and Canadian raised, and she said that she has long felt that medium skin tones are overlooked by traditional brands, which I think is a really cool point of view for this brand. And I do totally agree that oftentimes medium skin tones and darker skin tones do get overlooked in the beauty industry. Knowing that she's part of the fastest growing demographic in North America, Monica created this brand Stellar, which I'm going to show you guys. And it says it offers addictive colors, sensual textures for every skin tone. PR box I got, and I took like one little peek inside, but I didn't really open or really look at anything because I wanted it to all be on camera. I am so thirsty today, you guys. I do not know why. I think it's when I drink coffee. It makes me very dehydrated. But so another thing, they let me pick out all the products. I had a say in what I wanted to, which I thought was awesome. It wasn't just like I was sent stuff, here you go. Like I actually picked my selections. The first thing we have is the Stellar Limitless Foundation. So the packaging is pretty funky. It's cool. It has like these little holographic polka dots on it. So I picked the shade S05, and I'm gonna do a review on all of this. Ooh, pretty bottle. Is it glass? I think it's plastic. It doesn't really feel like glass, but the cap has like a nice matte cap. So I just want to read off some of the claims for you guys on the Limitless Foundation, that it is radiant. So I feel like this is going to be something that might be better suited for dry skin, but I do like stuff that has a little bit of kind of a radiance to it, so we'll have to see. It's highly pigmented, medium coverage that provides a buildable full coverage where needed, and it says it delivers to all skin tone, but it focuses on medium skin tones with extensive shades based on undertones. It's incredibly lightweight, natural, all-day wear, and a radiant finish, buildable, oil-free, goes on like second skin, conceals discoloration, hyperpigmentation, all things that I have. So there are 22 shades of this foundation. There are not too many darker skin tone options. Like if you have a really deep skin tone, I don't think you will find a shade in this. Like the darkest shade they have here is deep. I have the shade SO5. So SO5 is light medium with yellow undertones. I am more of a yellow skin tone. What the heck? It just like popped out of here. I don't think that was meant to happen. So what you have here, you don't have a paddle or anything. It's just like a wand, which I guess, I don't know why. It looks a little bit more of a like a liquidy consistency. I already moisturized my face and I primed with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This is one of my favorites. I really feel like it does minimize my pores. One of the few that I think does that. So I just put a little bit on my mixing palette, and I'm going to use my sponge first and see what kind of coverage we can get. So I'm going to go on the right side. Okay, this actually looks a little bit too deep for me, but I can make it work with concealer. Yeah, I think it's too deep for me, but again, it's so hard to pick a foundation shade online. So don't kill me in the comments and tell me that I am orange, please. It's not horrible, I just hope it doesn't oxidize. It definitely does have medium coverage, more of a glowy finish for sure. I think this might be something I would have to set with a powder. Definitely does not cover up spots because that first layer, I could still see my acne stuff coming through. Buildable, and I like it better with a second layer, but again, it's the wrong shade for me, so just pretend like it matches me. Now let's move on to this side with a brush. This is my favorite. This is the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. I got it at Target. I think I like the sponge better. I feel like with the brush, it's kind of accentuating my pores a little bit. Definitely on the more glowy side, but I think that's kind of the whole theme of the line. It is called Stellar, which shimmy is like the stars, and that's like more shiny, if that makes sense. Kind of like a whole galaxy kind of thing. So here is the magnetic eyeshadow palette, and this is in the shade Solar. So here is what the eyeshadow palette looks like, and these are made in Canada. So you are getting mostly shimmer shades in here. It looks like 8 of them are shimmers and then 2 of them are mattes. So it is mostly a shimmer palette. Usually I like a couple more mattes, but I'm gonna try and work with it. So here's the matte shade. I'm just gonna pick that up. Oh, that is quite creamy. I love this matte shadow. I'm like a matte brow bone shade snob. Like, I go through them like crazy. Like, that is the one shade that always has a dent in it. So there is mostly shimmers, like I said, but there is a matte shade in here. I'm gonna use this as my transition shade. So far, so good. Blending out nice. Same for the other eye. Okay, so that transition shade was super nice. It built up really well. It was very creamy and it's super vibrant. Like, it's not chalky or anything like that. It's kind of like the standout shade right here, this magenta color. So I want to put that in my outer corner. The shimmers look really creamy. I'm going to put that right in the outer corner right here. Also, another good thing is that these are cruelty-free and they are fragrance-free. It's definitely more of like a sheer shimmer kind of shade. Like, it shows up a little bit, but it's not as pigmented as some other shimmer shades I've tried. Then I want to deepen it up with the darkest shade in the palette. It's a brown shade, like a dark brown shade. And I'm going to just put that right here in the outer corner. I feel like I kind of just covered up what I just did, but I was testing out this gold shade right here, and it is so buttery. They have that like soft, wet feel to them. This kind of reminds me of like modern Renaissance vibes. Has that similar color scheme to it with the magenta colors. Very like fall, holiday look. Could be good for Thanksgiving for sure. But I feel like I might need a glitter glue, so I'm going to go over that lid shade with a little bit of my e.l.f. glitter primer. I'm just going to take a synthetic brush and some of that glitter primer. And then just wait for it to get tacky in like 15 seconds. I'm gonna go in with that Topper Gold shade, which is this first one right here. And just pack that on. Ooh, that is so pretty. I'm gonna take that matte shade and use that to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to go off camera and fix up my brows with my Makeup Revolution brow pomade, and I will come right back. So let's try this concealer. This is the Limitless Concealer. I have shade S01. I want to see what the claims are on this. It has that same like matte packaging, which I like. I think it looks really sleek. It hides imperfection and leaves skin looking radiant, and it combats dark circles using light refraction and provides hydration without settling into fine lines, resulting in ultimate eye radiance. Incredibly lightweight. So this says it's for fair with yellow undertones. So let's see how this concealer is. It has a nice doe foot wand that has a flexible tip, which I do really like. So it does feel like a more lightweight concealer. And this is the lightest shade that they carry. They have 6 shades. The next one up is more for fair with pink undertones. That's SO2. I just got the one with more yellow undertones. It's not as light of a color as I typically use to highlight under my eyes with, but so it's definitely more of a dewy concealer because it is a radiant finish. At my under eyes, I'm just going to use my Coty Airspun. Okay, so lashes are on. I'm obsessed with these lashes. They're a little bit like short, but actually they kind of work. They're like more of a spikier look, and I think they are so flattering, and they're just like cute, and they kind of remind me of, I don't know, like a doll. I just feel like they make your eyes look very like cat-like. Using some of the face stuff. So I have the Stellar Face Sculptor right here. Ooh, this looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. So this is in Umbra. It is $37 for the face palette. You get 2 highlighters and you get a sculpting contour shade over here. And I forgot to mention, I don't know why I keep forgetting to tell you guys the prices, but the Stellar Concealer retails for $27 on Sephora's website. I'm gonna dip my face. Ooh, you guys. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. What Gordon Ramsay says on Kitchen Nightmares. What these remind me of? They remind me a lot of Flower Beauty. Oh my gosh, yes, that's what it reminds me of, that very like wet, creamy type of texture. So I think I want to use the pink shade, although maybe I should use the gold because I have more of gold in my eyes. So I'm going to use the gold. Let's see what this gold looks like. What are we working with here? Ooh, that is buttery. This just like melted into my skin. You could definitely like build these up and make it more glowy if you want to. Try out the contour shade next. Use my Wet n Wild Pro brush. Definitely more subtle. Ooh, I like that tone. Do a little bit of the chin. I'm always a little more like heavy-handed with my contour because I want to look defined. Okay, so can you guys see that? Really pretty contour tone. I'm very into it. I love this palette so far. This is something I can see myself using a ton. Then I have one of the Stellar blushes. This is the Cosmic Blush, and I have the shade Eclipse. There are 3 colors. There's Beam, there is Eclipse, which is a coppery peach, which is my pick, of course, because I love shimmery peach shades. They're my favorite. There is Flare, which is a coral pink, and I don't know if I said this, but it is $25, and it has a little flip top right here with a brush, which I never, this one's pretty soft, but I never use these. It's pretty. Okay, dipping in. Wow, that is pigmented. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Wow, it's definitely shimmery though, you guys. Like, wow. Ooh. You don't need a lot. It's quite pigmented. It is so glowy. Holy moly, can you guys see that? You don't even really need to wear highlighter. It's one of those types of blushes. Have texture like I do, it's definitely going to accentuate your texture because there is some sheen in here for sure. I think this is something you could probably wear more as like a blush topper. I personally love blushes that have like a sheen to them. This kind of reminds me of the CYO blush that had that very intense like golden shimmer in it. Have the Cosmic Face Powder, and this is $30. I believe it comes in 2 shades. I have the first one, which is Glow, and this is supposed to be a translucent finishing powder, and it says it's weightless, oil absorbing, ideal for setting the Limitless foundation and concealer. It's a modern way to bake. Oh, why did I use this for baking? A little bit nervous. Oily skin girl is nervous over here. So here is what it looks like. Again, nice matte packaging. I'm going to press this into my skin. Really nice. It feels really soft. And I don't think it has from what I can tell, it just seems to be like it has a tiny little bit of a glow to it, like not completely matte, but I think that's really cool. I don't have a powder like that that has like a little bit of glow in it. Then the last item I have from Stellar is their Infinite Lipstick. This retails for $22, and I have the shade. It is Dark Matter 01, so it's like the first shade in the range. It says it has a satin finish, and it has saturated pigments. It brightens every complexion, and you get full coverage in one swipe and all day staying power. So I'm really digging the packaging. It is all matte. Ooh, pretty. It's like a matte kind of mauve tone shade. Is the shade like a pretty brown nude. My lips with the Jordana Easy Liner in Rock and Rose because I feel like this will go really nicely with this lipstick. Love this lip liner, and it's only like $3. Okay, so let's go in. Ooh, feels creamy. Doesn't have a scent to it. That is such a pretty color. Oh, and it definitely feels luxurious. Like I can tell it feels like a more higher end lipstick rather than like a drugstore lipstick. I love drugstore lipsticks. I'm just saying I can tell like it has a very nice feel to it. Kind of has that like syrupy brown mauve tone to it, which I like. I'm more of like a pink nude kind of person, but I could rock with this. I think it's pretty like fall nude, and I feel like it goes really nicely with the eyes. So yeah, I like it. See how it wears. Usually with lipsticks, I do have to reapply them. It's pretty typical for lipsticks, but I really like the color a lot. Let me know what you guys think of it. So this is the final look. I'm really happy with the way that my makeup looks today. I feel like the products are very like high quality, and you can definitely tell. I think so far, like I said, my favorite things would have to be the highlighting and sculpting palette. I really love this thing. I love the shade of the contour, and these two shades are like butter, you guys, like crazy. But it does really remind me a lot of like the Flower Beauty a bit. So if you have that, it has like a similar like buttery texture to it. It's just like on maybe more of like a higher end kind of texture and like formula to it, but very similar. Love this. This is my favorite. I love the lipstick and the shade. It's very comfortable, and I really like the color. It went on, and it was very like they said, full coverage in one swipe. So I love these two. I think I really am enjoying the powder. I'm gonna have to try it a couple more times before I give you guys like my final thoughts, because I want to bake with it and I want to, you know, use it a few more times. But so far I do really like the powder. Feels really soft, and feels really soft, and I feel like it leaves a nice finish to the skin. I still need more time with this foundation. I'm gonna let you guys know what it looked like at the end of the day, because I feel like I need to wear it a couple more times before I can truly give you like my full thoughts on it. So I'm not like, oh, it's great. Like I feel like I really want to try it a few more times. Definitely though, first thoughts is it is a glowier foundation, definitely more suitable for dry skin types. But hey, maybe if you have oily skin and you like something a little bit more dewy, then you can try it out. I definitely needed to set it, but I will tell you guys, I do like the way my skin looks right now. Much lighter in the bottle, and then when I put it on, it was so much darker, which I just thought that was really strange. Like, does not look light on camera, and it was really yellow when I put it on. I did enjoy the concealer. I don't think it's like my favorite concealer in the whole world. I don't think I love it, definitely not as much as like a Tarte Shape Tape. I can't say Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, it's like a mouthful. I think it is nice if you like more of a dewy under eye, or if you have drier eye, or if you have like drier eyes, then it's a nice like serum consistency to it. Eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I really like the eyeshadow palette. I feel like though it's a little bit pricey. It's $42. I feel like I would pay maybe $25 to $30 for this. I don't know if I would pay $42 for this if it was my own money. I did, like I said, receive this in PR. I like the shades, gives me modern Renaissance vibes. It's very like in for this year, and like the tones we're seeing, they're buttery smooth. Like they have a very soft feel to them. And again, this reminds me a lot of the Flower Beauty eyeshadow palette. Like I'm wondering if it was made by the same people, because the shimmers have a very similar like wet butter texture to them, which I do really like. So I do like the way that my eyes came out. I did have to kind of go back over everything because it was kind of blending away a little bit. So is it my favorite eyeshadow palette? I don't think it's my favorite, but I do think it is pretty decent. Definitely love the blush Again, if you're a textured girl, you may be like, whoa, but I think my face has a really pretty glow to it, and I feel like I look really awake and vibrant, and it's just overall a very like glowy, ethereal line. That's the whole vibe I got from it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have ever tried out Stellar Beauty before, or if you would like to. I'm gonna link everything down below in the description box where you guys can get in. Also, if you are shopping on Sephora, make sure you guys use EBATES, because EBATES is amazing to get cash back. No, this is not sponsored. I just love EBATES. So that is always linked down below in my description box as well. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!